Hi, you guys. Hey, how's it going? Wake up. It's time to get up. It's 4:09 on Sunday. That means that I haven't been up that long. So, good morning. I think hi, Karla. Hi, Christina. Happy Sunday. Hi, Grayce. My sweet Grayce. She You guys are so sweet. You really are, all of you. Yeah, hi Laura, you made it. Sorry I was late. Got my wake up call and everything. Hi Georgia. How are ya? How are all of you? Hey Regina. Yeah, I was thinking boho paper clips, kind of like the ones that I posted in the group a couple weeks ago. And yeah, the ones that Paula makes that she did a tutorial on, and I kind of put like a boho spin on them a little bit. So I'd like to make some more of those because they're really fun. And I have like all this stuff to use, and yeah, so I think that would be awesome. And I'm thinking about maybe putting together some kits to do this because yeah, I've got tons of materials to make them, and they would be a small little kit, but so that's kind of what I'm thinking. So oh, you are so sweet, Millie. Hi, Gloria. Oh, you guys are so sweet. It's just disgusting how sweet you are. Hi, Brandy. Georgia. Hi, Brooke. Georgia. I love that name. I really like Georgia, though. I visited Georgia one time, and they have beautiful peaches in Georgia, but they also have really amazing apples. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Diane, Christina. What are you guys doing? Okay, so I finished my September mini, and in case anybody is not aware, probably back in May or so, I decided that each month I'm gonna do a mini series, like a mini journal. And so some months last month it was the popcorn mini, the kit. So somehow, some way I'm going to be doing like a mini journal each month. So that means multiples, right? And yeah, so I've been really into collaging and messy stitching and that kind of stuff of late, and so I just really wanted to, and plus like tons of fussy cutting, right? Tons and tons and tons of fussy cutting. And so I thought, it'd be really cool to incorporate that, and also the seam binding and the silk that we dyed together on live stream not that long ago. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys see these, and I'm not going to do, I'm going to do a separate video to show these, but I wanted to just kind of give you guys another little peek. Yeah, so I did 18 of them, and I could have done more, but I figured 18 was plenty. So when I talk about boho paperclip beads, I feel like you guys should probably know what I mean, so I'll show you. So basically, they start out. I've been using my rusted paper clips to make these, and so they just basically, this is a small size paper clip, but so I rusted the paper clip, and then it's just wrapped with a piece of book paper, you know. So these journals, Karla, are, let's see, how big are they? I don't even know. So they are about 5.5 by 3.5. So what's that? What size is that in TN terms? um, Hi, Rebecca. Oh, first timer, right on. Well, I'm glad that you, you know, came and, you know, checked in, and really happy when new people come and visit and they actually, you know, chat with us. It's awesome. So not that lurkers are bad. I'm not saying lurkers are a bad thing, because I lurk all the time on lots of different channels, and so that's perfectly awesome if you want to do that. But you gotta go, Barbara. Aw, was it something I said? Hi, Penny. Have you been here before, Penny? I don't remember. I don't think I've seen you much, if you have, but I know it does. I know it does. Anyway, so, okay. It's hard for me to watch the chat and concentrate, especially since I'm still waking up. Anyway, so I kind of, you know, this is my version of what I call a boho paperclip bead / charm. And so what I'm doing is putting them on a little clasp that attaches to that ring, there. So yeah, so I mean, so if you get one of these journals, you could certainly take that off and attach it to something else, you know. And I try to make them pretty sturdy, you know. I mean, I don't know if I would put it on a key ring or whatever, just because I don't think it's that sturdy. But you know, they'll yeah, that'll be fine. So yeah, so I got these all finished. I seriously worked on these for like 3 days. But as you guys know, a lot of my processes, you know, like a lot of us, we make a lot of our tags and other embellishments and all that kind of stuff in advance. So basically, making a journal is just kind of assembling, and that's when I feel like my creativity really kind of comes together. So I thought about inking the edges of these. So I'm calling these vintage boho. And I feel like I have finally kind of pulled those two things together, because I really love boho and I really love vintage. So I just feel like these are really yummy culmination of all of that, you know, those styles. So yeah, so I'm pretty proud of them, and happy with the way they turned out. Anyway, so I'm gonna not carry on about those any longer. I have all my pictures taken. They're all uploaded to my computer. So I should be starting my listings after the live stream. And so they'll be available for purchase sometime this evening. Give me, you know, an hour or so after the stream ends, and then yeah. So anyway, I do want to make some of these paper clips, and you know, I'm even thinking, so I want to do a kit. So I guess that kit would probably go along with this live stream. I don't know if I'd call it a tutorial. It's just kind of a work along more than anything, but so I'm not gonna privatize the video, but yeah, I think a little, you know, pretty reasonably priced little kit would be fun. Anyways, thank you, Penny. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know, Gloria, mine too. Hi, Shelly. So I just want to say that I have the best viewers slash customers on the planet. I really, really do. And I don't know what I did to deserve you guys, but I'm not gonna cry. But I love you, and thanks for keeping me company, you know. But I got some happy mail today. And I want to show you guys your new Shelly. Oh, we have two Shellys. There's two Shellys. I know, Brooke. I don't know. Maybe I'm premenstrual or something. Hi, Josie. Probably premenstrual. Anyways, oh, and I just want to tell you, like, I know that there's probably going to be customers that don't like watch my videos and stuff like that, but I just want you guys to know that I do have your orders packed, and they will be actually in the mail since there's a holiday on Monday, which I completely forgot about and spaced out. Everything that you've ordered from me in the last week will be in the post office on Tuesday. My mom's going to take it for me because I'm going to go to Seattle tomorrow morning, and I probably won't be back until Tuesday night. But she's going to take that stuff to the PO for me, and everything is all ready to go except for anybody who ordered more than one of the kits that I had on my live stream when I did that sale, you know. If you ordered 2 kits from me, I'm going to go ahead and smash them all into one of the longer medium flat rate boxes because I can get a lot more in them, but I'm waiting for those to come in the mail from the post office. I ordered a whole bunch of them. So they're like the ones that Selena uses. So you can't just go get those from the post office. You have to order them from them. So I got a bunch on the way. So those, if you ordered 2 kits from me, those are going to be sent out on Wednesday, hopefully, if the post office delivers them on Tuesday. So anyways, I apologize for my shipping disasters, you guys. Anyways, I want to show you my happy mail. Yeah, and I will make a let's see, are you going to make the paper clips on live? Yes, Brandy, I am. Yep. I'm going to make some today. But let's see. So she was sending also her pages for the swap. And I did not ask her if she minded if I showed those. So I'm not going to show those unless unless Grayce tells me that, you know, she's okay with that. So, but I did ask if I could show the happy mail. So I don't get a lot of happy mail, you guys, but when I do, it's like, it makes me so happy. And I'm just saying, you know, it's because I have so much stuff, right? Like, I just have tons of stuff. And so, anyway, I'm not going to carry on. But look, Distress Oxides. Grayce hooked me up, okay? I'm just saying. She hooked me up. I can show. Okay, Grayce, thank you. Okay, and then what I'll do is as soon as I'm done doing this, I'll go and grab the other pages that I've received, and just to let you guys know who I've gotten them from. Okay, so you know that you got them, because it's hard for me to remember to like send you an email to confirm that I got them. Just kind of have faith that I got them, you know. Yeah, look, because I don't have any of these. Well, I have one. I have the vintage photo, but yeah. And she sent me some magicals. Yeah, she sent me some of these magicals. And I was looking at these online one day, and I just went, oh my God, like they have so many different sets. It's hard to choose. And so I didn't know, you know, plus then I went, okay, so to get the ones I want, like I'd be spending a lot of money. Anyways, so I'm really, really appreciative of this because I've never tried them. And this way maybe I'll know how they work, and you know, some things that I can do with them too. So I have a feeling they're similar to I know, get them all. Right, well, if I could, you know, I do have bills, but so anyway, I have a feeling they sort of work like the what are those things that I have, the color bursts. Anyway, so let me pull the rest of these out. She sent me a bunch, you guys. She sent me a bunch. Look at, I think there's, how many is there? Yeah. And the reinkers. I'm I'm so happy. I can't even believe it. I'm just the happiest. Frayed burlap. I've never had that color. I have some just regular distress inks, but I don't have that color. Huh, I'm gonna try that. I love the black soot color, you know. So you guys should, I'm not gonna pull these out today. I'm not gonna play with them today, but maybe sometime on live stream, maybe on Wednesday or something. Um, you guys can help me kind of learn about these, about, you know, the differences between the oxides. Like, what do the oxide inks do that the regular distress inks don't do? Or, you know what I mean? So, and I'm going to assume that the reinkers match these. So, isn't that amazing? I know. That was just so lucky. Anyway. Hang on, I got to read the note because I didn't read it earlier. Oh, Grayce, you're so cute. She said in her note that I helped her get over like stitching in the signatures. So journals. Anyway, and so a little mister to go with the magicals. So thank you, Grayce. I love you. I really do. You're just a sweetheart. So put these back in the bag, and then they're gonna get their own little container, you know, because I'm like the queen of containers, you guys. I have boxes in my garage full of like containers that I can put stuff in, you know, because I get new containers and then I have to put, anyways, whatever. Okay. So that's done. Oh, I wanted to show you her pages. And what I'm going to do is, and I'm just going to show Grayce's because, you know, I'm doing the happy mail from her, and she's here, and I just got them today. So my mom said they were actually here a couple days ago, but I haven't gone upstairs. So anyway, so oh, look at them. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, I think she's got them tied together. Let's see if I don't make a even bigger mess here. Okay, there we go. Nice. Aww. Lots of layering and stuff. Oh, these are awesome, Grayce. Best day ever. So these are pages that I have kind of termed artist trading pages, you know, because they're not like trading cards. They're bigger. They're pages. And I think they're maybe a little less intimidating too than doing the little 2x3 trading cards for some people. You know, I think this would be a really good option for people who have problems working really small, you know. So who knows, maybe we can start a new trend. So basically the idea is that these pages have, it's a piece of paper that's folded in half, and then in the crease of that fold, you put a string in there, okay, like enough that it can get tied to another page. So the idea is that, and I showed this on live stream one day too, but the idea is that these can then just be tied together, okay, and it makes its own little book. And so we're doing a swap in our Facebook group, Junk Journal Connections, where everybody's sending in 12 of these pages to me, and then I'm going to disperse them back out to everybody. So, you know, I don't know how many people are actually going to send them, but you're going to get 12 back. So you may not get one from every person that sends one in, because obviously, you know, there won't be enough to go around. But can you guys see them okay? So yeah, so then it's hard for me to talk and read and watch the chat at the same time, so I'm sorry. Oh, you made yours bigger, Laura? Uh-oh. Yeah, they're 4x5 is the size that um that we're doing. Yeah. That's okay. You just have to make more. And send me the big ones anyways. And because that brings me to my next point. So she's just put lots of little die cuts but look at what she's done with the painty papers. This is a great way to use painty papers. You know, oops, I think one of your stickers came off. Oops. This is a great way to use painty papers. You know, if you don't really know what to do with your painty papers and you have tons of them, make a dozen of these pages and send them to me and we'll trade them out. You know what I mean? Yeah, yours could be made into a book all by itself. Because, okay, I'm going to focus here. So, oh, this is her group page. Okay, so I thought it would be really cool if we could do a book that would be a representation of people in our group. Okay, so I asked that everybody send me a larger page that I can assemble into a book, and they can send a page anytime. Okay, just grab my address out of the group and send it to me, and I'll add it to our group book. And then like maybe once a month or so, I can do a flip through of that book, and I think it'll be a really good way to you know, kind of see what we're all doing and see who we all are. And it'll be really nice for me to have something tangible that I can touch, to just kind of get a feeling of you too. You know what I mean? I know that's like so whatever. But yeah, so she put some tags in here. So nice. Creativity, intelligence, having fun. That's true. That's absolutely true. Art washes from the soul the dust of everyday life. I don't know if you noticed, Grayce, but I used that quote on one of my torn paper tags in the group. You'll see it. I love that quote because that's what it is, you know. So the other thing I think is really cool about these artist trading pages is that you do both sides, you know. So yeah, so you work both sides. So you just, I don't know, get more space, right? Time to have some fun. Oh, these are so cute. Go where the wind takes you. Yeah. Look at, they're all sparkly and stuff. I don't know if you guys can see. Right on, Josie. Yeah, send some in. Send some in and send me the big one too. So the big one is 7x5. Yeah, the big one is 5x7. Those go into the group book. And then these are the official trading page size, then we'll call it. Count your lucky stars. These are awesome, Grayce. So then everybody's going to get back a dozen pages that they can then make into their own book. And then they'll have their own representation of our group. So, yeah. Right on. So I've gotten like pages from like 4 other people, I think. And I mean, I can tag you in the group, and you know, if you need confirmation that I've received them, if you'd like confirmation, I'll oh, and so you want to send me a self-addressed envelope to a 9x7 or 9x5 or whatever, 6x9 envelope, so that I can put your pages back in it, to send them back to you, you know, so it doesn't cost me money, just saying. Aw. Yeah, used up a lot of stickers. I know, Grayce, that's what's cool about those. So, yeah, I love them. Okay. Let's see. So I need some book pages. I'm going to cover them with these paper clips with paper and then fabric. So, I mean, you don't even necessarily have to use the paper first, but sometimes I like to have the paper kind of show through a little bit. So that's why I'm doing that. I try to use paper that has text as close to the margins as I can, because I want to see text, not just, you know, the blank edge. So, and I mean, you can use paper that is brittle too. You just have to be kind of careful when you're wrapping it, because, let's see. Okay, hang on. I have another little stack of papers. Just a second. Can you guys hear my mom upstairs? She's talking to her dogs. All right, so we don't need too much in the way of paper, but okay, where's that tray? All right. Hi, Lisa. Great, Myrna. Yeah, send some. Send some. It's going to be awesome. I love the idea that that book can just continuously grow and grow and grow, So, I mean, I could have 100 pages on there, and then it would just, when it lays down, it'll just kind of lay flat, and I don't know, it'll be really pretty. Okay, so I need to grab some paper clips. Do you guys want me to zoom in? Hi, Cheryl. You're not late. You're not late. Never late. So let me ask you guys. I'm kind of wondering if with these kits that I'm going to do for the boho paperclip beads, I'm thinking about just doing it with the large paper clips. But if you got one of these kits, no, I was gonna say I could pre-wrap them with the paper, but that's too much work. So never mind. Forget I said that. Forget I even said anything. This is a page from encyclopedia that I got from Karla. Okay, so basically, you just want strips. So I like to tear it, actually. Oops, I prefer tearing the paper on the edges. So, you want to have a little bit of the paper clip sticking out on the top and the bottom as like a loop, right? So, this paper clip is about, let's see, how long is this thing? I hate this ruler. And now I have glue all over it too. Hold on. Okay, how long is this paper clip? I have rusted paper clips for sale in my shop too, you guys, just so you know. So this paper clip is 1.25 inches. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to tear strips about like 1 inch long. Maybe a little more than 1 inch. Because I want it to cover that loop, like that inside one. I want that to be covered up. And then I also want it to cover this raw part of the wire, So you'll see what I mean. So I'm just going to tear that so it's a raw edge. And I'm not measuring it. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, Yeah. I'm just going to do some strips. So it's about the a little more than the thickness of my ruler. You can make quite a few of these pretty quick, you guys. Like, they really are not time consuming, and they're fun. Like, and it's a great way to use scraps. We're doing a couple of swaps in our Facebook group. It's Junk Journal Connections. There should be a link in the description. But we're doing a scrap paper and a scrap fabric swap right now. So if you're in need of destashing some scrap paper, or if you want some more scrap paper or fabric, then come and join up. So I just use a glue stick. And when I start out, I basically just fold a little, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch or so. Yes, 1 3/4 inches. Yeah, these paper clips are 1 3/4 inches. So, but if you don't know how to rust the paper clips, I do have them for sale. Like I said, I'm selling them by the 2 dozen. I don't remember how much they are, but or you can rust them yourselves. There's tons of videos on how to rust metal, you know. Yeah, I do. I'm not like a real specific measurer. Do you guys need me to zoom in? I think I should zoom in a little bit. Just a second. So yeah, you don't necessarily need to there, how's that? Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna shut this door. Oh my goodness. Come here, Momo. Come on, over here. Over here. Come on. Good girl. And you're just gonna have to eat your dry food for now. Give me your dirty looks. My Chihuahua is the queen of dirty looks. Anyway, okay, so I folded over just a little tab, and then basically you just slide it into that wire that's on the outside on one side of the paper clip, right? And then just kind of bend it over like that. And then I'm just going to take some glue stick and glue it up close to that. Okay, so I've glued that down. Now it's basically not going anywhere. You want to see Momo? Okay, hold on. And then I'll just drag some glue down the paper, and then when you're, so I'm going to roll this up on here. So you want to, you don't want to pull it super tight. And you are going to wind up with a little bit of an overhang on the narrower side of the paper clip, okay? Because see how that wire, when that comes around, this side of the paper clip is actually narrower than that side, okay? So you want to keep an eye on your paper. Watch your paper. Don't try to pull it tight, because it'll wind up going off if you you'll see what I mean. So you just want to kind of wrap it a couple times. I'm pressing just to get the glue to kind of adhere as I go. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm lining up both edges of the paper. I'm not paying attention to whether the paper is tight on the paper clip on this end. I'm just trying to line up the edges of the paper. So, and then I just pull it and tear it off, kind of smooth it down a little. And if you have a torn edge, it's just easier to get that to kind of lay flat and smooth, you know? Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, Momo. Well, she's eating right now anyways. So I like to do about 3 wraps, I think. I think that's what I've been doing, about 3. So you just want to kind of look at your paper and, you know, if you want to make sure that you're getting text to show on the outside, just be aware of where that's going to wind up wrapping to, you know. So make my little fold. And you can do this with fabric if you want to, you know. I have done some just with fabric. I feel like this is just a regular size glue stick, you guys. I know it does look teeny tiny though. It's because it's not it's not this, right? That's one of those big ones. Yes, the paper is chapped. Okay, so let me just do a couple more of these and kind of get some going that I can work on. You could use Mod Podge, you could use some other kind of wet glue or whatever, you know. I mean, I just like to use the glue stick because it's neater and it doesn't make a mess, right? And if it's permanent, I feel like it's just as good. I mean, it's just a little bit of paper on a paper clip. It's not like, you know. So see what I mean? How it's kind of sticks out a little bit on the smaller end of the paper clip. That's what it should do. That's what it should look like, you know. So let me do a few more. So what else are you guys doing? Tell me what else you're doing, because I know, like, when I'm watching live streams, I'm usually doing this, you know. This one might go off a little bit because I didn't get that extremely straight, but that's okay. These are going to get covered with some fabric anyways, so, you know, it's not vital that they look perfect. But, you know, if you don't want to cover them with fabric, if it'll drive you crazy that it's not perfectly straight, then be careful. That's all I can say. You just put a new floor in your laundry room? Right on. What kind of floor? I've always wanted to do a floor out of pennies. And also one with paper bags or newspaper. Decorating a composition book for a student. Nice. Nice. Right on. Yeah, I need to get more kind of back into doing some art journaling kind of stuff, you know? So maybe one of these days on a live stream, we can do something like that together, and you guys can help me with my new inks, kind of get creative and kind of boss me around. That was kind of fun doing that. That was kind of fun on the live stream when we did the dyeing, you know, when we did the seam binding and stuff. You guys were telling me what colors to use and that kind of thing. Oh, hardwood. Oh, wow. Nice. Oh, wow, Rebecca, you went to school for fashion design. That's cool. My daughter-in-law, or not, yeah, daughter-in-law, is that what she is? Yeah, She's taking a clothing design class this year as a senior in high school, and she's pretty excited about it. So that's cool. So is that what you've been doing with your life then, or? Because, you know, a lot of times people go to school for something and they don't wind up doing anything even close to what they went to school for. You're crocheting a necklace, Gloria? What's a UFO? Oh, Alice in Wonderland journal, Myrna. I bet that's cool. I love Alice in Wonderland. It's funny, my oldest son, that's his favorite movie. That's his favorite movie. Oh, waterproof hardwood. Okay, because I was going to say that's pretty brave. That's pretty brave. So did you do like a varathane or something on it, or it's just made that way? Oh, Rebecca, you started an art journal? Right on. It's super fun. I mean, it's so awesome when, you know, you can just create for the sake of creating and just play for the sake of playing, and, you know, not be concerned about, you know, whether or not someone else is going to like it or someone else is even going to see it. You know what I mean? An identifying food object. Okay. Laura, you're crazy. Anyway, so I'm just going to wrap up a few more of these so that I have something to work with. So this is basically like your base. If you were going to do smaller paper clips, you just do smaller strips, you know. I kind of prefer the larger ones. I do want to... It's kind of fun to play around with different types of book paper, you know. Because they all have different textures and color, and the text is different, and so I like to kind of use different types of book paper. Let me do a few more. Finish up this one book page. Laura, I'm sorry about the pages. If you want to send them to me anyways, even though they're bigger, you know, you can. I mean, I would love to have them, but maybe you want to keep them now and just make them into a book to keep, you know, and then, you know, but definitely send a couple for the group book. I mean, you can send all of them too. I mean, I could have a Laura section in the group book, you know, kind of like you did with the clusters. When we did our cluster swap, Laura sent me probably, oh my gosh, Laura, how many clusters did you wind up sending? Quite a few. And everybody in the group wound up getting at least a couple clusters from Laura, because those things are addicting. They really are. And she teases me about being prolific. Laura is very prolific when she gets going on stuff. Oh, you mailed them already? Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. We'll see what happens. You're so cute. Hi, Katie. How's it going? Oh, just a second. After I received my degree, I was hard to be a nanny. You haven't worked in fashion. Right on. Open a trunk boutique. Very limited. Okay. I'm sorry. I was just reading Rebecca's response to my question, you guys. That's awesome, Rebecca. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're doing that, you know, and you're probably doing it the way you want to do it now too. You know, who knows? If that's something that you would have been doing all along, you know, you might have lost your, you know, it might not have even been desirable to you anymore at this point. So, yep, that's cool. It's like I studied photography for a couple years, and I wanted to be a photographer, you know, that's just what I wanted to do. And then at some point I realized that to be a photographer at that time anyway, you kind of had to be independently wealthy just to have all the equipment that you would need, you know. And so I sort of lost interest in doing that. I felt like it was unattainable to be an on-staff photographer for National Geographic. You know, that was my dream. But so yeah, now I make junk journals. It's funny how life happens. I'm glad you're finding yourself. Hey, Katie. So, how's the weather in Australia? Okay, Shelly, I'll see your I'll see your request here in a little bit, and I'll add you. Unless one of the other admins sees it first. But so Scotty, one of our other moderators, she's on vacation. She's gone to Disney World, I think. And let's send her good vibes and good energy and well wishes for a safe trip, okay, guys? Because I know she was pretty excited about it. She's had this plan for a long time. All right, so this is super boring, I know, but I'm just trying to finish up this one page. I could sit here and do this literally for hours, you guys, putting these together. All right, and I'm just going to do this one size. Okay, one more, last one. Oh, are you leaving, Karla? Okay, be safe. Be safe. No, we also have Laura. And Laura is badass, so don't mess around. Just saying. we sometimes have Cat too. I need to probably mod a couple more people.
Change your lighting.
A little, but it's okay. It's fine. If anybody's interested in moderating for me and you think you can be here on Wednesdays and Sundays from 4 to 6 p.m. And you can stand listening to me carrying on for a couple hours each day, let me know. I think I probably should ask a couple more people. Anyway, not that we get, you know, a lot of trolls. Not too many. Every once in a while, you know. I think we had one last time. Yes, Laura's the good girl. So we have good cop, bad cop. Okay, so these are good. I guess I didn't need all this paper, but so then this is, to me, this is sort of the fun part, right? So you can use any kind of fabric whatsoever, like just about anything. This is kind of like my boho salad. I'm not selling this yet, but I do plan on adding boho salad to the shop one of these days. It's just a mixture of a whole bunch of stuff, right? Different fabrics and, you know, silk and velvet and some eyelash trim. And I think that's a little too messy for me to get into right now at the moment. But this is what I make like snippet rolls with, for like boho snippet rolls. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get in in here? Oh, so and the boho snippet rolls are what I use to make these bracelets. You guys remember my bracelets? Yeah. Haven't worked on those for a long time. So I'm just going to get in here, and this is just a bunch of like silk, like sari silk trims and stuff. I think that one would be kind of pretty. But I mean, obviously, I know not everybody has like a whole big tub full of sari silk, but so I mean, you can use any kind of fabric. I'm just pulling out some stuff that I really like. So these kind of trims work really well. They don't have sequins on them or anything like that. They're more just like a woven type of pattern, right? Yes, any old fabric bits will do. Yep. Kind of want to use a little piece of this. And that one and that one. So this is what I always do. I just pull out like everything I think I might use, you know. Let's see a little bit of that blue and this orange. Okay. So that should get us going. Yeah, see, it's from the eyelash trim. So for glue, for this, I've done it with the glue stick, but, you know, it's probably not the best option. This 3-in-1 works pretty well. You know, it dries really fast and it's clear. So, you know, I'll try, you know, I'll do some with both. I like this quick dry Aleene's also. So then I'm just going to wrap a piece of this fabric around the base. And so I cut it. I mean, you could tear it if you have the type of fabric that will tear, but I usually cut this silk just because I never know what it's going to do or if it will tear the direction that I'm wanting it to. So I do like to leave a tiny bit of the text showing. One thing you want to do, or what I like to do, is have some like mini binder clips. Some little mini binder clips to kind of hold your fabric after you glue it. So it doesn't take much, right, to cover a paper clip. So like this is enough for 2, maybe even 3 if I if I wanted to. So then I'm just gonna do. The only thing I hate about this glue is that it's so messy on your fingers if you get it on your fingers. So really, you know, you don't necessarily have to have glue covering the entire piece of fabric, okay? You just need enough to kind of tack it on there. So I sort of just press it on that and then wrap. Okay. Wrap it around. And I like to, you know, make sure that it's flush on the edge. You don't have to. I mean, you could make that your fabric kind of, you know, stick out however you want. And then I just kind of put that little binder clip on there just to hold it down until it dries. So we'll do that orange one. Let's use a piece of this. Just kind of eyeballing, which is how I do most things. It's a great way to use little tiny scraps. So never throw away any of your scraps, you guys. None of them. Keep all scraps. Okay. Yeah, like the 3-in-1 glue is just kind of like, I don't know, it's sort of snotty in a way. It's like snot. I'm sure they probably love their glue being described that way, but I just don't like it when I get it on my fingers. Yeah, binder clips are great for everything. Or these little bulldog clips too. So, yeah, and those don't take too long to dry either. You could even just use a paper clip to hold that down until it dries. So this one I want some of that solid purple to show. Ugh, it's so gluey. So gluey. And so you can see what I mean, like, you see why I say, like, you don't even necessarily have to use the paper. You could use some other kind of paper, you know, even just construction paper, if you know that, you know, you're going to be putting fabric on them. So I just like to use the book paper because, you know, just in case anybody gets like real close up on there and they want to see that, they'll notice that, hey, that's book paper. You know what I mean? And so I know that it is, like, just in my own head. But so on some of these trims, it's kind of fun to use, you know, a section where there's a couple different colors. You guys. You guys. Yeah, so not too much glue. Yeah, see? So this one's a little bit too long. I'm just going to trim it off. There we go. Those honestly don't take too long to dry. Like, that's right, Margie, I do. I have tons of book paper to use, so, you know, I'll use it for as many things as I can possibly think of, right? Hey, maybe I could do a floor with book paper. I could do my mom's kitchen floor. We were talking about doing that. The floor, I mean, not with book pages. I don't know if she'd be into it. I don't know if she'd be down with that. See how it's all, ugh. Great, now I'm almost throwing up. Yay. Hi, Rosemary. Is Paula here? Hi, Paula. You guys go watch Paula's tutorial on making these paperclip beads. They're like the newest thing. They're like the latest rage. Go subscribe to Paula's channel anyway because she has some amazing tutorials and she has such cool ideas. Cool ideas. And by the way, Paula, you had asked me about, you had messaged me about that book. Usually crafter. Yes, Brooke. Thank you for taking it seriously. You had asked me about that book, that What's What book. Oh my God, that book is super cool. It is really cool. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it or not, but yeah, it is a neat book. Ooh, I will show you guys another book that I got though. That I'm going to be disassembling. It's pretty cool. It's a cool book. Some people will be like, oh my God, I can't believe you're going to tear up that book. But, you know. Okay, it's doing that because I'm laying it on its side because I don't want to wait for it to go down every time I need it. But yep, Polly, you've definitely started something here with these beads. I've seen a lot of other people making them too. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to see that, I think. All right, so this one, I accidentally did it backwards, but it doesn't matter. The fabric is like the wrong side. That's okay. So you can see the fibers like sticking out, but hey, that's cool. It's, yeah, it's like Fabri-Tac. Yep. Oh, hi, Lori. Oh, you're doing a Gypsy Boho journal. Right on. Right on. So, Penny, if you go to Paula's name or anybody's name, and you kind of hover over their name, in the chat, you'll see 3 little dots that'll come up. If you click on those 3 little dots, you'll get a sub menu that'll say, you know, a bunch of options, and one of them is go to channel or something like that. So you can click on that while you're in the chat here, and it'll open a new window in your on your computer, or if you're on your phone. I don't know if you're on your phone if it does that too, but yeah, if somebody wants to explain how to do it while you're on your phone, then that's, you know, it's different. But if you're on the computer, that's how you do it. And then you can subscribe that away. Okay. I want to use a little bit of this section too. I'm going to do it the right way this time. Yeah, this is Beacon 3-in-1. I don't know what the difference is between Fabri-Tac and the 3-in-1, and then they've got another one that's some other kind of tack or something, but I don't know what the difference is. So I'm just trying to use like minimal glue though, you know, like I just want enough to hold it on there. It's kind of tricky to wrap it. Holding that that one, the beginning down, like sometimes it's tricky, and you definitely get glue on your hands. So if you hate glue on your hands as much as me, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you, but especially that glue. I don't mind tacky glue. Couple more. So I wanted to use, definitely wanted to use one of these. So on this one, I want to have this little like flower motif right in the center on the front of the bead. So I'm kind of just isolating it. And it should be big enough to wrap right around. Yeah. Yeah, see. So on this one, because I do not want to get that glue all over myself, I'm going to use the tacky glue, and I'm going to put the glue on the bead itself. And I'm just going to kind of spread a little bit on the back too. And this is the quick dry, so it should grab this pretty fast. You know, baby wipe. There we go. So where it's overlapping, it's not really grabbing. So I'm just going to add a teeny tiny bit more glue in there. There. Okay, and then I'm going to clamp it. Actually, this one is sticking. I don't think I need to clamp it. So yeah, I really like using these little like sequined trims. Yeah. Okay, so let's make sure these are not. I'm taking off the clamps on these because they're, yep. Okay, those two, they still need it. Okay, I've got a few more. So let's see if I can do something with one of these. Most of these are a little bit too, they're a little bit too big for this application. I think this one would be cool though because it's like really transparent, you know. And I'll save that little piece, you know, I can either glue it on one of these or something like that. Yeah, I like that I'll be able to see the text through the fabric on this. Oh, my stomach's growling. We're having tomatoes for dinner. Like every meal we have lately is gonna, or for the next few days, is gonna be tomatoes. Well, a little too much glue, maybe. There we go. Gonna clamp this down right there. Okay, couple more. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, Catherine, that's a really good question. So basically, the whole idea with these paperclip beads is that it's repurposing the paperclip. So it's making it into something completely different. It's not a paperclip anymore. Yeah, so I'm using them like charms. So the cool thing about it is that you get a built-in loop at the top and the bottom. Like, I think that's the neat part about them, right? So you can embellish them. You know, you could hang little charms on the top, or, you know, some silk on the bottom, or do whatever you want. You could hang some charms off the bottom. You could hang some smaller little paperclip beads off the bottom. So like I made some smaller ones, you know. They're kind of like a boho bead. You know what I mean? Like that kind of idea. Just made with a paperclip. So yeah, pretty fun. And Paula actually has another video where she uses one of those oversized ones, those oversized paper clips, and she makes like a tag with it, and it's really cool. So I'm going to do another one with this because I like it. And then, you know, you can, I'm going to add some other stuff onto those, like some little trim and things like that. These little pieces, you know, you can use those to wrap around a different bead, or, you know, I don't know. I mean, it seems ridiculous, but when you're working with something really small like this, all these little pieces can get used, you know? So, I don't know. I like that. Okay. Oh yeah, and I added to my shop, I also added the little teeny rusty safety pins. The little tiny ones. And I think they look really, really cute. I'll show you some in a second here. Sequins and glue falling everywhere. Okay. Let's see if I can get that to stick without having to add more glue. Okay, I think it's going to. I'm going to clamp it though. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You've been having tomatoes for dinner for a week. Right on. Oh, Regina sent you some Happy Meal. Right on, with boho beads. With a boho bead on it. Cool, Brooke. Huh. Right on. I know I've seen some of Regina's work in the group. It's kind of cool to be able to, you know, share that way. And so you should post some pictures or something. And Brooke, when are you going to start live streaming? BTW. Oh, you know what? I love this. I'm going to use some of this and do some more, like another layer on those. Let's do a tiny bit of this one. I'm going to cut a section of this. I really want the little mirrored piece, but nah. Just gonna try to get a piece of this black with the orange on it. Get that wrapped around. Tacky glue. I can't remember what I said was our deadlines for the book page, the artist trading page swap. But I'll look at it. I think we still have a couple more weeks. Maybe. Oh no. This needs more glue. There. You know, you probably could use hot glue on this too, if you wanted to. You know, I have that hot glue gun that has the little teeny point on it. So I probably could use that, but I don't want to. I don't want to burn myself for one thing. Okay, so push those aside. Push those up there. And then what I've been doing is just using other little trims, little tiny pieces of other, like little appliques or whatever. And so in the kits that I'm going to make, I'm going to include some of this kind of stuff. So you can, you know, let's see. Oh, I love that little paisley. Oh, wait, I really like this little guy. So, I mean, you could just use tiny little elements off of other pieces, right? Like some of these larger appliques, they've got like just like these little elements that you can use, you know, like this little group of flowers right there or whatever. Or you know what, you could just put paper flowers on them, or some of these type of trims too. Like I've got this, if you have this like sequin trim, they sell this at Hobby Lobby. This works really well to just kind of wrap around. So what I'm looking for right now are just some options to kind of embellish these a little bit more. You know, eyelash trim, that kind of thing. But what I really like to do is just use embroidery floss. And so some of these I'm going to take and just kind of wrap around another piece. It's like on here, I'm just going to wrap around this little piece of trim that's just kind of hanging out. Just kind of sitting around. Yeah, so that's going to go on there. So even if you don't have like a whole bunch of like sari silk trims and that kind of stuff, you don't really need it. I mean, you could just use some bright fabric, or you know, even just yarn. Like you could just wrap yarn around these, kind of like people do with just the boho beads, where they put the bead cap on and stuff. But I like to use some embroidery floss as like an accent. Try to use a color that, of course, I pick one out where it's all tangled. There we go. So what I was trying to say is that I like to use one that is kind of a contrasty color, contrasty to what that, you know, the bead is. So I leave like a little tail, a tail that's kind of long enough for me to work with, right? So I'll hold that in this hand. Sorry about the glue all over my hands, you guys. Anyway, and then, whoops. Hold on, hold the phone. Okay. So just kind of hold that like that. And then I just put a little tiny bit of glue on the front and a little tiny bit on the back. Tiny, tiny. And then I just kind of wrap this around. Bunch of times. And the glue is just for my own peace of mind that it's not gonna slip around. And then I just tie it off. And you could leave that long. Like you could, am I off camera? Sorry, was I totally off screen, you guys? Oh, and also, I did want to say, everybody acknowledges the fact that Jessica sucks at shipping, but I've made some promises that, and I haven't forgotten them, just so you know. Anyway, so that's kind of how that turns out. And with that, with the embroidery floss, and then where's that other one? So this one, I wrapped another little piece of silk around it, and you know, you could add, you know what would be really cute? I just thought of this. Like on this one, I could just glue a little tiny paper flower on there, you know, or some sequins, you know, that kind of thing. Actually, I think I am going to just leave that on there because it's kind of glued on there now anyways. So I'm going to leave that on there. But that's basically what I do as far as, you know, the bead itself, you know. I do like to use a contrasting color though when I add this little piece of whoops, it's glue. You don't really have to put the glue on the back. I just, anyway. And you don't really need to put the glue on anyways. I just do it because it makes me feel better. There's endless possibilities with these things. Like, seriously, any like charms or beads or anything you could put on a jump ring, you know, you could hang off of these. Any fabric, any type of twine or string or decorative trim. Like I have these little, some of these little trims, and in the kits that I make up, I'll add some of these little trims. Let's see. I'm going to put this on one of these. Let's put it on this one right there in the center. So this trim is kind of ribbon, you know. I do love glue. I love glue. Did I say that? I did. Okay. Shut up, Brooke. All right. Do. So I got that little trim wrapped around there, and I'm going to clamp it down because, whoops, it's kind of stiff. So, yeah. So, yeah, if you have like ribbons or rickrack would be really cool. Geez, you know, anything. Let's see. I like this little trim. You could use lace, right? Like if you're doing these with kind of a, you know, vintagey type style or whatever. Use some lace. Let's see. This one's stuck yet? Yeah. So this one, honestly, like I feel like it needs something. Oh, here's the other stuff that I had. Hang on a second. That's all coming back to me. I had forgotten. I have all of this, like, if I can find it now. Where is it? Oh my gosh. Where's all that metallic cord? Oh, here it is. So I have this bag of like metallic cords and stuff, like beading cord. I bought this at a thrift store, or at a garage sale. So all these little you know, metallic cords. So let's see. I think some of that would be really cute on this one. This one needs something. Maybe a little too much glue there. All right. Gonna say, you know, you could string some beads on this if you wanted to. Use a couple different kinds of cord, or do the whole thing with different types of twine or metallic. Let's see, so I really like the way that looks with the metallic cord, you know. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's funny. That's funny, Brooke. That's what I was thinking. Those are what you get when you neuter a gum tree. What? Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of how that looks. I'm just trying to think of different things that I did when I was making all of these. Because I put one of these finished like charm beads on each one of those mini journals. So, so this one, I'm going to put that piece of trim on there. I have more bags of goodies than I know what to do with, you guys. Seriously. Okay. And now I have a whole bag of Distress Oxide inks. Thanks to Grayce. Okay. So I'm going to cut that off. All right. So I try to kind of keep them organized. Like those are ones that I've basically done the little trim on, right? If I'm going to do trim on it. So this one needs something like, wait. No. But like this coppery one. Yeah. Oh, I hate that thing. Okay. Just wrap a bunch of it on there. Hard to tie. There. Okay, so that's with like some kind of like copper color. And then basically like I just take them and look at my bag of seam binding and stuff and then hang some little or tie some little trim on the bottom. And you could add some other stuff. You could put charms or whatever too. So let's see, that purple. I think I have all my silk in here too. Yeah, here it is. I need to dye some more of this silk stuff. I don't like that. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'm just going to use a piece of seam binding. Just going to take a little piece of seam binding. Decide where the bottom is and where the top is. So that's going to be my top. This is the bottom. So I folded it in half. And then I'm just looping it through, right? So I like to keep my knot on the front just because I like to show my work, like when you're doing algebra, right? Because you're down to 200. Yes, I'm down to 200 yards. No, of dyed. See, I just have the... I used a whole bunch of the stuff that we dyed together. Well, that I dyed that you guys watched, right? And Yeah, so I don't have that much that's dyed. I have a bunch that's still white, but okay. And so then here's the other thing. This is my favorite part. So I like to take one of these little teeny tiny little rusted safety pins, because see, I got a few of those too. And so I find one of those. See, these are the gold ones. You know. Yeah, no, I'm just saying I like to show my work. Because you know you're supposed to show your work when you do algebra, right? And then, you know, just hang something on there. Like, what I really love are these little, whoops, wrong box, this one. So these little, you get these at Joann's. Watch Joann's when they have their 70% off their strung beads. They have these strands that are all these like crystal beads. I think I paid like $1 for them, you know, and it was a huge strand of them, all different colors. I got a bunch of them. Anyway, so in that strand, sorry about the glue on my hands, you guys. It looks really gross. But there's all these ones that come already with like a head pin in them. Can you see that? They came this way. So I didn't have to put the head pin in there. I'm just saying. Okay. Where's my jump rings? Okay. Where's my jump rings, you guys? Okay, I just had them. Just a minute. I'm looking for my little jump rings. Okay, those are all big. Are they up here? Oh, there they are. Okay. Found them. Sorry. So then, let's take a little jump ring. Open it up. Put your little charm on there. And then put your little charm through the hole in the back of the little safety pin, so it never comes off. Okay, and then, yeah, so you've got a little safety pin with a little charm on it, or a little bead on it. And then what I've been doing is just, you know, either poking it through where I've got that thread, or just through the seam binding. Now, a rusted paper clip does not like to go through fabric very well. Like, it gives you some resistance, but if you are patient, it can happen. Okay, there we go. So, yeah. Okay, so then we've got a little kind of like bead charm, right? A little rusty paper clip. And, yeah. Hi, Zoe. Okay. So one down. And then you could attach this to anything. You know? When I do this, you guys, I'll do like 40 at a time, you know? And then, so, you know, I do the paper on all of them. And then I do the base fabric on all of them. And then I go back and I do the, you know, wrapping or or whatever on all of them. And then I go, you know what I mean? So I don't always have all that stuff out on my desk all at the same time, you know. Oh, thank you, Zoe. Yes, I rusted the pins. Oh, thank you, Zoe. You're a sweetheart. um, yes, I did. So those are the little tiny gold ones. These little teeny gold ones rust really well. The big ones, the larger, like silver ones, don't that much. But yeah, so I have those for sale in my shop too. The little teeny tiny rusted paper clips or safety pins and the rusted paper clips. So they're not expensive, you guys. They're super cheap, but you know, in case you don't feel like doing it yourself. I don't buy in mass. If you're talking about me, I don't buy in mass. I just buy whatever is the best value, you know, which a lot of the time works out to be in mass, I guess. So I want to use a little bit of this. You can buy this at Hobby Lobby, this sequin, you know, trim stuff. Wish I could find the end of it. I don't even know where this came from. I mean, where I got it from, but I've seen it at Hobby Lobby. So there's a usable piece. I think it came in that bag of sparkly stuff. Yeah. So that one. So this one, I don't think this one necessarily needs anything else. I think it's fine just like it is. Maybe some embroidery floss. Same with this one. That one's done. Okay, let's see this pink one. Yeah, I kind of like the pink one, but I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to add some embroidery floss on that one. Where's the embroidery floss? Here it is. Okay, I don't like the colors in there. I want a brighter pink, like that pink. Yeah. All right. Tiny bit of glue. I don't know. I just think they're a fun way to work small, and you can get an amazing amount of interest, I think, on something that's really small. You know? People like just go, wow, how'd you do that? You know what I mean? Or how do you have the patience to do that? That's what people say a lot. I don't know how you have the patience. I don't either. But I like the idea of just making these little charms that you can just hang on stuff, you know? You can hang these off of tags and the cover of your book or whatever. So this one, the embroidery floss is actually down pretty low. So I think I'm gonna see how it's kind of low on the clip. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of glue right there. Kind of squish it in, you know, so that I don't worry about that coming off later. So I really like this one because you can see the book paper through the little thing, you know. Yeah, Margie. Yeah, for sure. I know. Like, and sometimes people see, some people feel like, well, don't you have anything better to do? It's like, well, no. Do you? Like, this is the best possible thing that I could be doing. That's the way I feel about it. Okay, I really want to use some of this really bad. So I'm gonna, okay, I'm trimming off this little edge. I just don't like it sticking out. I don't necessarily mind things sticking out if they stick out how I like them to stick out, you know? Okay. So how am I going to attach that on there? Just gluing it on. Okay. All right. So it's basically on there. I'm just going to clamp it down and it'll dry and it'll be stuck on there. And then I'll just trim off the extra part that's on the back after it dries. So. Oh, Deb, you were working on your Etsy shop all day? Right on. That's fun, huh? You guys are so cute. So yeah, I'm gonna make up a whole bunch more of these, and then I think I'm gonna put together a few of those kits. I gotta get these journals listed because I'm leaving at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. But I'll be back on Tuesday afternoon. So yeah. Yes, you are very cute, Margie. The cutest in the world. Yeah, they absolutely. These are awesome little versatile charms. So you guys go watch Paula's video too, because she gives a really, really good you know, tutorial on how to make these her way, and gives you some other good ideas too about other things you can do with them. So yeah, so these are my little boho paperclip beads. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that kit probably, you know, within the next couple weeks or so, and when I do, I will let you know. But I think I'm gonna sign off a little bit early, guys. Of course I would be there, Brooke. I would love to do that. That would be fun. I would totally do that. Anytime, you know, I hardly ever sleep. Although I did sleep like 12 hours last night. Darla, are you asking me about doing the online auction? Oh, I did tell you I was going to do that, huh? Okay, so I started going through all my books and all my other stuff and fabric and all that, and I just realized that I'm going to need a little while to get that all put together now that I see the scope of it. So, yeah, I wasn't able to get that going. Yeah, okay. I know. So I wasn't able to get that organized because, well, for one thing, my son decided that he wants to use the table for his new art project. He's making his own risk board, which is actually very cool, and I'll show you guys in the group when he gets it done. But yeah, so, and plus then this whole thing with going to Seattle came up and blah blah blah. Anyways, but I will let you know. Yeah, pretty soon. All right, you guys. Oh, you're welcome, Josie. Yeah, make some of those. Oh, you guys still want to see Momo? Oh my God. You still want to see Momo, Brooke. Momo, come here. Momo, come here. Come here. Come here. Come over here. Oh, washi tape. That's the other thing. You could make these with washi tape, you guys. Come here, Momo. Come here. These crazy people want to see you. Here, let's primp you up a little. Oh my gosh. This is Momo. Wait. There's Momo. Yeah, she's a good old girl. She's a good old girl. She used to be completely brown all over. Now she's white in her full face. She's pretty cute. She still has bad breath though. Oh my god, all the money I put out on like getting her teeth cleaned and all that stuff, her breath still stinks. I give her greenies, all that. Yeah. Let me see it.
There's some parts that are wet. So
see his risk board that he's making? I have it zoomed in. So, but yeah. So he made up his own countries and everything. His own continents. Like, yeah. So my son's making his own risk board.
This is taking forever.
Yeah. So he used colored pencils and paint, and he's using all my art supplies, which is great because Lord knows. Oh, look. I didn't even see that. Look
yeah, I just did that.
Look at he put a little Loch Ness monster in there. That's so funny. Oh, this is awesome, Sam.
Yeah, once everything that's on there dries, I'm gonna do all the little details. I've just been waiting for you.
That's gonna be fun. He's so cute. You want to live in Shiny Shores? Brooke wants to live in Shiny Shores.
Where's that?
I don't know.
I don't even remember what that is.
He's like, where's that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is the nice spot. It's got a little lake view.
Yeah, Shiny Shores looks cool. Yeah, he came up with that idea all on his own because he's kind of addicted to playing Risk, and he can't get people to play with him all the time. And so now I think he's just trying to take it to another level. Or something. I don't know. But he's creative.
That's the one thing that gets boring about Risk is that it's the same board.
My mom and I are trying to get him to make one that's like Game of Thrones. Like a Game of Thrones map, but Risk. Wouldn't that be cool? Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like
Brooke said she's gonna come and play Risk with you.
Okay.
All right, you guys. I love you. Oh, Kate, that would be cool. I'm gonna be over there on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday. Kind of have a full plate, but I did want to try to get to some thrift stores over there. I'm sure there's probably a couple thrift stores in Seattle, right?
Maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna go take a break for a minute.
Okay, just reading your guys' chat. Well, Brooke, or not Brooke, Kate, if you have any recommendations, like for a good, like big thrift store, that would be awesome. To the Goodwill outlet in Everett. Oh my God, I bet it's crazy, huh? Huh. Oh, maybe I will.
Are these peaches?
Yes, they're white peaches.
Oh, that's why they're so weird.
Yeah, that's why they're weird. You can have one.
No, I did have one. I didn't know why it was so weird. I was like, is there something wrong?
No, you hang up. Okay, I'm gonna hang up. Okay, I love you guys. Thanks for helping me out today, Brooke and Laura and Karla when you come back. Yep. And you guys make some of these paperclip beads and go subscribe to Paula's channel And watch some of her other like how-to videos, because she really is kind of inspiring, I just gotta say. And she loves hearing about it, you know, when other people kind of take off with her ideas. So, all right. Okay. Don't play with the buttons. Stay out of trouble. Love you. Okay, bye. Bye.